Hi, my name is Laurie Smith, and I'm writing a book called The Flow Habit. In many ways, this book is something that I've been writing internally for 23 years. 23 years ago, my husband and I had a very profound experience on a plane. We were going on a vacation to Nairobi, Kenya, and we were newlyweds. And unbeknownst to us, another passenger who was mentally ill broke into the cockpit. It was 9 months before 9/11 and attacked the pilot. And that hit the flight off of autopilot, and we went tumbling through the air. And it seemed apparent that we just weren't going to make it. We did two 10,000 feet nosedives. But in that experience, as my husband and I were saying goodbye to each other, I experienced something that has changed my life, and that was a deep, deep sense of peace. And after we found out we were going to make it, the pilot came on breathless and explained what had happened and that we were going to continue on to Nairobi to our final destination, and the man was in restraints. I experienced something else that felt like a miracle, and that was clarity about some simple steps that I needed to take in my career as a coach and a healer, and also a strong calling to become a mom. But I had no place to put the experience. I told lots of people, and everybody had their own theories of why I might have experienced, that profound, deep peace. It was a trauma, or it was a miracle, or I had done something special, or, I just it never had a home. The experience never had a home within me. But then during the pandemic, that's when that changed. During the pandemic, in those early days of the lockdown, I challenged myself to do something every day to get into a flow state and to just do something that I loved. And this was just a coping mechanism. This was a coping strategy because I was just overwhelmed, as so many of us were, by anxiety and my kids' anxieties. But quickly, after a week or so of doing this, I realized, wow, this is really helping me. Like, really helping me. Like, it's incredible the amount of peace and sense of purpose I'm feeling just by doing something a few minutes a day. And so I started telling people, and I started inviting people to join me. And I started calling it my 28-day flow challenge. And women all over the world started joining me and sharing their own experiences of experiencing peace and purpose. And then I started diving into the research, and a lot had been happening in the 23 years in the world of psychological research of altered states and flow states. And I realized, you know what? I finally had a place to put that experience in the plane. It was simply a flow state. Often we stumble into flow states and awakened states or peak states, and we think they're mysterious, but they're really not. There's something that we're all encoded as human beings. My kids have been experiencing flow since they were little, just doing imaginary play or learning to walk, and we all have that within us. And we all have that simple formula, and we all have this peace. No matter what's happening around us, whether it's traumatic, we all have so many anxieties and traumatic things happening in this world right now. And it can be just so comforting to know that just a few minutes a day, consciously choosing to access that part of us that already knows how to experience peace and purpose, and that is an active participant. The more we do that, the more we become an active participant in the miracles, the everyday miracles that are happening all around us. So I believe so strongly in this message, which is why I've continued to offer my flow challenges for free, and why I want to share this as a written book. I just want to remind people what they already know. I don't feel like I have anything new to teach, but I do feel so strongly that I want to remind people what they already know and that they already have all this within. Thank you.